yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
You guys want carbon fiber? I'm gonna give you some carbon fiber. We got our turbo kit. Hot side's all done. We're still waiting on the right turbo, but I know this is in the right spot. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this big old hole, set this all up, scan everything, and then I'm gonna draw this piece in the old computer. We're gonna print her up, and then I'm gonna pop a mold off of that. We're gonna make some carbon parts. Let's get to it. All right, so as far as software and hardware goes, we've got scanning spray, and then all of these little dots right here are reflective markers. The program actually tracks and keeps an eye on where all of those are, because smooth surfaces like this, it'll overlap here to here very easily. So that helps kind of keep its eye on where it's at. And then the scanner itself is a Metro X by RevoPoint, since I know a bunch of you guys are gonna ask. And then it's pretty straightforward. We start that program on the laptop, we scan all of this stuff, and then I'll draw in CAD, and we'll come up with a piece. I'll 3D print it, body work it, pull a mold off of it, make a carbon part out of it. Piece of cake. All right, so here's the finished part off the printer. Looks pretty good. I had to print it in two pieces. So this top piece right here is just plastic welded on. If this fits, I'll finish plastic welding it and we'll start body working. So that's why I'm here on a Sunday night. We're gonna throw this thing in. Hopefully it fits and I don't have to do a bunch of trimming. I'm pretty confident it's gonna fit all right. Print turned out amazing, which is great for me because that's less body work and paint work. This thing has to look like the final part so that when I pull the piece out of the mold, I have a final part. If I don't, and I was to just pull the mold right off of this, well, it would look like this, and that's not good. So what you put in is what you get out. And the goal with this here plastic piece is to make some cool carbon stuff. So let's see if it fits. All right, so I'm having a little trouble holding all this by myself, but the piece is in there. And the outside edge of this is what's important. The inside and this thickness, that's just to make it a little easier to work with while I'm making a mold off of it. But that'll fit basically like that. And it'll go to the turbo, basically like that. Once the final part's in there, I can trim and fit this and get it better. Right now it's sitting offset right there, but it's also sitting offset there to there. So once I shorten this up just a teeny tiny bit, it'll slide in the rest of the way, and I think everything's gonna line up perfect. You gotta trust the process on this. If I made this piece exactly fit and not be a little bit too long to the turbo, I have nothing to trim off of, so I can't perfectly fit a final carbon part, and we don't want big gaps, and we don't want this thing to fit terrible. So you make the mold a little bit big, and you trim up on the final carbon part, and then you're good to go. so now we're back inside. We got our 2 coats of clear on. Look at this puppy. She's not looking too shabby. Not looking too shabby. It's definitely gonna take some cleanup work, but the clear laid pretty nicely, so I won't have to do too much. I've got a couple little nibs and stuff from painting outside and then being blind from the sun and bugs flying in it to fix, but other than that, we're looking pretty good. Figured I would save you guys the boredom of watching me wet sand and buff the clear on this. I started with a 600, then I went to 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500. So that's a lot of wet sanding and buffing, but now it's like perfectly flat. So the only thing I have to do is cut and polish this thing, which, you know, the cheap stuff from Harbor Freight is what I'm using today. But we're gonna buff this thing out. Hopefully it looks like glass and we're good to go. And then it's ready for a mold. The next step is gonna be cutting all the templates. So I'm gonna cut a bunch of plastic pieces and hot glue them on. This has to be a split mold. This is probably the hardest style of part you could possibly make. With it being small and it being an inside-outside tubular style piece, I'm gonna have to make the mold split down the center on both sides. So it'll be a top half and a bottom half, and they will bolt together. So you'll see, it's gonna be quite a bit. Luckily though, the way this thing is designed, I know I can pop it out of the mold in a 2-piece mold. It's just gonna be a little bit funky down in here so that this piece doesn't get locked in. And honestly, with the shape of it, even if it was locked in, I'm pretty sure I can still get it out. So let's get to it. As far as materials go, right? Obviously I 3D printed this piece. You don't have to. There's tons of parts you can make that are existing on a car. You can pull a mold straight off a stock hood or a fender like that or something, and you don't need to do as much work considering the bodywork's good on that. So if the bodywork is great, you just go straight to the mold process. You skip this whole manufacturing a buck to build a mold to build a part, and that saves you a lot of time, but then you just got another part that anyone else could make. As far as materials go, obviously, lots of buffers, polishers, DAs, all that good stuff. And then mountains and mountains of materials and things. So like gallons of GP resin, general purpose resin, fiberglass, all of your mixing cups, a weigh scale, because when we get into infusion resin, it is very finicky on your ratios. This isn't like a pour an eyeball in a paint mixing cup. This is very accurate stuff, or else it'll set too slow or too fast, or it'll kick off halfway through the mold before it sucks all the way through the part, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to that. Then we've got primer, clear coat, acetone, thousands of dollars worth of paint guns. It can add up really quick. You can also spray all of your paint and wet sand and buff it with a really cheap gun. You don't need to have a nice stuff. I was lucky enough that one of my good buddies gave me this gun years ago, and it is an absolute unit. I love it. But that's just kind of what you can get into. And then finally, up on the lift right now, a little bit of a carbon fiber fabric left over from an old project, and then in that box is all of my peel plies and cloths and more carbon fiber and more fiberglass, a bunch of stuff in that box. But as you can see, it is not cheap and it is not easy to get going in carbon stuff. The worst part is you have to buy all of this stuff and then you use this much of each thing. how I underestimated this project. I have been working all day just to get this thing in the mold, bagged, cleaned up to the point it's at now, which thankfully, I think we're ready to put some resin in this thing and suck it through the part and finally get our part. The biggest part of these things is always making the mold. And the second biggest part of them is vacuum bagging it, which as you can see, this thing is a mess. It looks crazy, but there's a reason and a purpose for every single thing we do when it comes to carbon. And one of the biggest things with carbon fiber is getting an absolutely airtight seal. The tiniest pinhole leak will suck air through your part with the resin, and you'll actually get a line of bubbles. So right now what I'm doing is I pulled this whole thing down under vacuum. I've got it right now sitting at like 28.5. And it's been there for about 5 minutes. It has not moved at all yet, thankfully. I just spent 30 minutes just walking around these edges, trying to seal everything up. All of our self-tappers that hold the two halves of the mold together have gum tape on them to try to seal all those. The whole outside flange, I had to go ahead and gum tape that. That's things that I knew I was gonna have to do. These big ugly spots hanging around, those are called pleats. That basically takes your extra bagging material and gives it somewhere to go. And then, you know, our part's sitting inside with all of our fabric we laid in. I'm so excited to see this part done. All right, it's been like an hour and we have perfect vacuum. So we can pull some resin through this thing. So we're gonna be sucking our resin from this can through this hose into this side. That spiral tubing is gonna distribute all of the resin through this whole part, and it's gonna suck it through the part out to this side. This is the side we're pulling vacuum on. That's our turbo inlet side of this part. So got our stuff mixed up. It's definitely activated because it's turning that dark color. Stick that in there. Make sure it's all the way at the bottom. Use a giant clamp. Start the infusion process. I'm going to loosen this clamp and it's going to start pulling resin through this hose, hopefully fairly quick. I can get this crimp out. There we go. All right, we are sucking in some resin. Let me show you guys what we got. All right. So the resin is flowing through all of this hose right here. You can see it. The bubbles are fairly normal for getting the start of this process going. Once it starts to degas a little bit in there, it will stop doing that. But we got resin flowing through in here. Pretty soon we'll start seeing it through the other spots, and it's just now starting to get to this side and suck through there. But it will flow fairly symmetrically. You just have to trust the process. We're almost all the way through on this back corner. So pretty soon we're actually gonna start seeing resin getting sucked through this backside over here. I mean, it's pretty much done all the way from here down across the entire bottom. It's mainly just the top that's got a little bit more to go. And then that back center piece right there. Once that fills in, we'll be pretty close. You can see it, it's moving. That air right there is normal. As the resin gets pulled through the part, you gotta remember there's thickness and there is still air trapped in between all of this stuff, and we're replacing it with the resin. So as it's going through the piece, it's gonna be fighting air bubbles out of itself, and that's a good, important reason on why you keep this thing trucking along for a couple minutes. We got a couple little dry spots up towards the top there that are slowly working their way out. We just gotta let it keep pulling. All right, so I've got this thing sanded. All the little defects from the mold itself are all sanded out and cleaned up. The next step is gonna be throwing the clear coat on and seeing what we got for a part. So this is the fun part where you finally get to see all your hard work pay off. So I just pulled this piece inside from spraying it with a heavy coat of clear. It is gonna need some correction work. I had a fisheye right there. You can see that little bubble. Just dab a little bit of clear coat on there. Once this cures out, that'll flatten a little bit more, but once this cures out, that little bubble right there, I will just sand it and then wet sand and buff this whole part, and it'll be looking good. But man, that clear coat did turn out pretty nice. So this is the top side of the part. That's the part that I'm worried about and need it to look good. And it looks pretty good. So once this stuff dries, I'll give it a wet sand and a buff, and this part is done.
Oh, moment of truth.
All right, guys. Ty has been working on the carbon part, as you've probably seen in the video, but we haven't seen it yet. So we're walking out to his truck to get a look at this baby.
The big reveal.
Big reveal. Dang. Look at you, dude. That's so
I haven't done this
cool.
in 5 years, so
Oh,
a little
it's so
rusty.
light. Feel that. So light.
Oh my gosh.
Now the question is,
Dude.
does it fit?
That is the real question.
Look, as the mechanic,
Bro,
can
if
you
it
put a
doesn't
scratch
fit,
in this?
It's gonna suck.
I'm
It's
sure one of
too
you guys will do it
perfect.
for
Can
me.
you put it-
Surely Jackson will scratch it.
Wow,
It
dude.
really weighs
Let's-
nothing.
Flexibility test. I'm just kidding.
It'll flex.
That is
Let's go test fit it, dude.
Yeah, I'll let you test
Crazy
fit,
how
buddy.
thin it is.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I had a hell of a time making this thing.
Well, you did a good job.
5 years of not doing carbon, I was a little rusty.
Because right now we just have a mock-up turbo on McFlurry, so really hoping the new turbo is the same. It should be, but you know, things change. Well, it'll still have a rubber coupler, right? Little-
Yeah, typically you don't run anything to the turbo just so it's not bouncing around. Because this will get formed to the front. I might have to pull stuff out. I don't know if this will fit without.
Popping your turbo out. Oh, doesn't fit.
There
Back
it
to the
is.
drawing board.
There
Oh,
it
it
is.
fits perfect, brother.
So it needs a little trim work, obviously.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
put a little
fresh out of the
extra on
mold.
it.
Yep, I made it a little bit long. So
That's
that-
horsepower right there, bud.
No Ford logo needed now, brother. Just straight carbon. That's sick, dude. Nice job.
And then I'll finish this once it's body worked in. We'll
yeah.
clear it and it'll look good.
Did it feel good to break out the old carbon setup
did.
and make it
It
happen?
felt really good. That's a
Nice,
hard
dude.
part too. Like anything that you need a split mold, a two-piece mold,
Oh yeah,
they're pretty complicated.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's really close. You just trim off a couple millimeters here and there, and it'll fit.
Yeah. So we'll fiberglass it in, body work it.
Yeah, George and I'll bondo it.
Yeah, whatever
it
you
up,
need.
Will you cut that down real quick?
Yeah, I'll do
paint
it.
it black.
You guys take a break. We'll trim it.
Hey,
Raining out there?
waiting.
What you got there?
McFlurry's turbo.
Oh, McFlizzle?
Nick Flizzle's got a turbo.
Dang.
Ultra Street 76 millimeter with T5 inlet V-man discharge 139 AR.
Big dog.
And Ty just put some clear on his carbon. Resined it in. Look at
Yeah,
that.
she's mounted up.
How you
Dang.
feeling right now? This turbo's got to be the exact same size for everything to fit.
I'm not nervous at all.
If it's different than the mock-up, we're screwed.
Nothing a little silicone won't
This'll-
fix, you know?
McFlurry might go missing if it's the wrong
I'm
size.
not mistaken. This is the most expensive turbo we've ever had in the shop.
Oh boy.
Really?
This
Don't
is a
drop it,
bad
George.
unit right here. It's just, it's maxed out. You know, normally
Wait,
you just
we
put
should
it.
flip this over.
Should we were on the wrong side?
Okay. Oh, okay. Drop it out. There you go.
This a V-band?
Don't need that.
So this thing is just maxed out for its size, right? Most of our turbos, we just get a big turbo.
Yeah.
This one, maxed out for the class. So everything about it is max performance for its size category.
Please, Max.
Max, 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 max,
Max.
max. Wow, very fancy. Grab the.
Nice, dude.
It's pretty big. I said 76, right?
Big 76.
That's the biggest 76 millimeter turbo ever. Dang!
You ain't lying.
It's heavy. Look how heavy it is. It's heavier than a 98, I think.
Oh my God.
I might have to add some more mounts.
This is something Jack Stan would come up with, like, oh yeah, this is my 76. You'd be like, no
Yeah.
way.
Jack Stan turbo.
Yeah, no way.
This is the epitome of a Jack Stand turbo.
Literally, he ordered it.
This makes sense.
76 millimeter attached to a 200 millimeter.
Exactly.
You know what though? You don't have this turbo that lasts for racing, you don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody's running crazy turbos like this.
It's really starting to rain out there, boys. All right, well, Ty has everything he needs now to finish this baby up.
Yeah, buddy.
Got to finish that, but he didn't want to weld it until we had the exact turbo. So
Smart.
to be dialed, brother. All right, looks like gas is going in this unit, huh?
Oh yeah, finally.
Feeling ready?
We're at a set to bolt on it.
And we've even got a new converter in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be close. And look at Ty's carbon setup. Finished out really nicely. That's looking really cool. All right.
What's really cool is now we can actually see how much fuel's in this thing.
Yeah,
Fuel
yeah. We don't
cell.
have our crazy fuel cell. Oh, the exhaust finished out nice too.
Look at it, it's pretty sweet.
Dang, Ty. That's sick. That's a beast right there.
What you think?
There's gonna be some big fireballs coming out of that
Hope
eventually. The wastegates are clean. Nice.
Cool.
Literally fuel going in it right now, guys. This is a big deal. Getting McFlurry back out. I mean, dude, last time she was out, she went 7-0. And then we parked her.
Yep.
So it's game time. Granted, it went 7-0 and bent the front bumper under itself. But we got a new front bumper.
Hopefully we
And
don't
it's
have that
braced.
problem
And it's
again.
braced, okay?
Brace the crap
So we
out of
should
that.
be good. And Sam's got a fresh wax job on this baby.
It's going to be fast, very fast, so
Okay.
we're ready to go.
Okay. Oh, dude, the billet Motion Raceworks valve covers.
That was nice, right?
I mean, you can't beat that. They're very thin too. Like they don't take up a lot of space. The all black is beautiful. Matches our Plasma Man intake. We got, obviously, we got the Motion Raceworks quick seal boost clamps on there. Oh, yeah, should I just hit the key, see if it starts?
Turn it on. Let's check for fuel leaks real quick.
McFlurry's first fire up in a long time.
Got a 4-second run on. There's a leak right there. And
You don't got a leak. He's doing it.
Is that right?
What are you doing?
Well, actually, it's a mixture of, I put some window cleaner and some spray wax on it. It's kind of a unique mix. So I can do all of the windows and all the tops. It's kind of a top secret.
It's kind of top secret, you
Yeah,
said?
it's kind of top secret right there.
I saw him drinking it earlier and started glowing.
It's gonna be top secret after this video, Sam.
I know. After George just turned it on to sir, so what can I say?
Don't go mixing it yourself now. You end up in some serious trouble, right?
Well, that's what I did.
Yeah.
He's got like 50 concoctions going.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I'm waiting for the day Sam comes in, half his hair's burned off, it's poofed up because he did bad science experiment with his,
spray wax
chemicals.
blow up on me.
Mixture a little too hot.
She's burning hot.
I got to pretty much stop. It's a very slow drip.
Oh,
Only the best.
wow.
Well, it's almost full, and I don't
our
want
cheapest
it to be
option.
empty.
Topping it off with Fiji.
It had the finest Publix water in it.
Nice.
One of these kind of cars. Pinky's
Yeah,
out,
it's a
you
pinky
know?
up unit right here.
I mean, all this billet and the sensitive motor, it needs the finest water.
Yeah, it's true.
Sensitive, huh? Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the exhaust side.
Yeah.
Here it is. That was a very scary noise it made, and then it's perfect. What the heck?
Injectors start clicking, and then bam,
Fired right up.
a little more Fiji in there. Obviously, it fired right up. It's the same engine.
Yeah,
Turbo,
yeah.
it's not even changed to that.
right, we're gonna get a hold of Haltech and have them look at a couple things for us, and then we'll be back with you. Hopefully, do a 2-step check here in a little bit.
Oh my gosh! What the heck, dude?
Wait, is there trans fluid in it?
What the heck? Hey, eat it up there.
Ain't got no back pressure no more. Hopefully that new converter ain't too loose. That baby went right up there.
Holy crap.
Hey, we could never make that happen before. Now it's just instant.
Gotta get this old girl out of the way. On her good side, of course. It's looking nice. Ready for more action. Coming very soon, I'll tell you that much. Don't you know that's not how you park this?
It's gotta be hard part.
I know. All right, I'm gonna hard park McFlurry onto this dyno.
All right.
I think this is our best sounding Coyote we've had.
Yeah, it does sound really
It's the deepest one, so it sounds the coolest. Out of all the renditions of Coyotes we've had, this might be the best.
Big single turbos just sound better.
Yeah.
Let's have 5-inch downpipe. That too.
Here we go. McFlurry is strapped on the dyno. It's been a long time. What? Is that accurate? Did you make a lot of boost there?
35 pounds.
Okay, so that was definitely accurate.
Nothing like a first pull, you know?
I'm thinking that thing sounds pretty rowdy when it
Oh,
blew the ceiling off.
He chopped the gas at 5,200.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
35 pounds I saw, and it happened so quick. I got out of it, and I was like, "Damn it!"
Tuners, dude.
Oops.
Talk to me here. Why don't we put a boost cut on it too,
Just in case.
just in case if she gets a little haywire again on us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's 2 switches in here.
I don't know why.
Oh, this one's broke.
No, it's not. It's just loose. I just saw it.
Oh, it's loose behind the dash.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
I said that earlier. Oh, did you turn it up?
Well, we changed it.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. I wouldn't have said do that.
He's like, wait a minute. 50 pounds on the
2 on the dome.
Hey boys, let's check
everything.
oil and transmission fluid real quick.
Good call. Good call. I'm all for a cold rev here and there, but golly, Cleet, 35 pounds of boost. First time on the load, even I wouldn't do that. Drive her around the block first. Jeez.
Yeah.
Creepers.
Nothing better than
Breaking it
strapping a
in.
fresh engine to the dyno.
You did say you wanted to
doing
see the
something
rings.
stupid.
They always say break it in like you're gonna drive it.
Them
Yeah.
rings are seated.
They're seated. All right. Gonna be a little easier on old girl this time. Try to get a full pull out of it. There we go. Got there a lot smoother and easier that time. 1124.
A little better. That was 20 pounds of boost,
Yeah.
and it made 1120.
Up in the RPMs a little bit. Much better.
I like
All right, now,
Changed a couple things.
couple things. Give us a rundown.
We put a nitrous jet in the feed for the big turbo.
Yeah, in the oil feed?
In the oil feed, because we're pretty sure the smoke you're seeing on decelerations because this coyote is so much damn oil pressure. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, we're going from 20 pounds on the dome, which yielded us 20 pounds of boost, to 30 pounds on the dome, which should yield us 30 pounds of boost. So
Yeah.
let's see what we get.
Let's get a little,
Oh, Dyno on that.
give him a little
I
peck.
can't believe this. Brett LaSala, aka Coyote God. I was talking to him because he's kind of helping us out. He was like, rev it to 9,000. I want to see what the dyno graph looks like.
Whoa,
So I said, no problem. Wow, this thing's still falling off the wall, huh?
just hanging on by a thread, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, pressure restrictor in there, it ain't leaking. We are good to go, baby. 9,000 RPM if he fully commits to it. Let's see. Foot-pounds of torque, 9,000 RPM. Good grief. Good golly, McFlurry. He's on a mission.
I didn't even see what boost it made because I was staring at the RPM gauge. My assignment was to go to 9,000. Pretty sure I lifted early.
Oh, the graph
so
shows a little slightly past.
Oh, I did make it. Nice. Nice.
So I think you're good. Yeah, a lot more power through the curve there. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was 26. We can see it on the graph where it went up. Came down to 23. That might be that back pressure coming into play up in the higher RPM a little bit. So we just need to feed it a little bit of dome pressure in the higher RPM maybe. Because right now we're just flatline demanding dome pressure, 30 pounds across the board. 1307 though, that ain't bad.
Not on a fox body,
Not
you
bad
think?
at all. Yeah,
Baby,
fox
be
body,
quick.
that's like fours.
Like
A quarter mile.
Ready? Come on, McFlurry. Back pull here and see what she does.
So it made 31 right when I rolled into it. And then at about 8,000, which is peak power, is down to 29. Well, alrighty, boys. Overall, 1,400. How much more are we gonna need to be competitive, you think?
I mean, at 1,400 wheel, you got to use 110% of it.
Yeah.
So,
I think there's more left. That was 29 pounds at peak power on the Dyno.
how much timing's in it?
Like 21 degrees.
Yeah. So that's another thing too. We can always feed timing in, out, make sure we're making all of the power. It can
It's
make.
definitely rich too.
Yeah.
So I really don't know how that plays in when you're turbo limited. Do you want to be lean?
It's all what it likes.
I have no idea. The good news is, though, guys, we have Brett Lasala helping us, and Rick at Haltech helped us get going today. But we're going to go to the track Monday and have Brett with us. That should really be some good data because he has the fastest Coyote car out there. Still, though, we're going to be in the... I bet we can get 1,600 out of it on a good day. Plus, we'll have Ram Air.
Well, we'll have really good air up there too.
Yeah, we get Ram Air.
Right now, the air is kind of crap here.
I know.
So
But we get freaking Ties Carbon Ram Air.
Exactly.
Bobber.
we're gonna.
That's
need,
good for 50
We're
horse.
gonna need it. 150.
150.
That's carbon fiber.
That's true.
In front of it on a pole.
And it ain't carbon fibre. That's the real carbon
That's
fiber.
That's a real deal.
Fiber made by T-Bird. All right. Well, McFlurry's off the dyno. It's finally time to go back to the track with this old steed. You driving?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
bring my stuff.
We'll see you guys next week with McFlurry out on the track. Hey, don't forget to get in on our RTR giveaway. That thing's chilling there, ready to rip with a Platinum F250. So check out CleetusMcFarland.com after the video. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. We'll frickin' see you later.